Your Social Security check changed this year in 3 ways most people haven't noticed yet, and at least one of them could be costing you over $1,000. You got a raise in January, but for most people, almost half of it just quietly disappeared before it ever hit your account. At the same time, there's a brand new $6,000 tax deduction that a lot of tax preparers straight up missed this year, which means a lot of people are owed money back right now and don't know it. And there's a Medicare drug cost cap that resets to 0 every single January, meaning if you don't use it before December 31st, that protection is just gone. Today, exactly what changed, what it means in real dollars, and what to actually do about each one. I'm Ray. Stick around to the end. There's a scam warning about this exact topic you need to hear. Quick note before we start. I'm not affiliated with Social Security, Medicare, the IRS, or any government agency. This is educational, not advice on your specific situation. Always verify at ssa.gov, medicare.gov, or irs.gov, or with a licensed tax preparer before you act. Let's start with the raise you already got. In January 2026, Social Security benefits went up by 2.8%. That's the annual cost of living adjustment, and for the average retired worker, it works out to about $56 more a month. Sounds decent, right? Here's the part almost nobody explains on the same day they report the COLA number. At the very same time, the standard Medicare Part B premium, the one that usually gets deducted straight out of your check automatically, went up too. From $185 a month in 2025 to $202.90 in 2026. That's an increase of $17.90 a month, which is a jump of about 10%, almost 4 times faster than your 2.8% raise. So take your $56 raise, subtract that $17.90, and your actual net increase is closer to $38 a month, before you even count the Part B deductible, which also went up this year, to $283, and isn't protected by anything. Now, there's a rule called hold harmless that a lot of headlines mention, and I want to be precise about it, because most explanations get it wrong. Hold harmless means your check can never go down because of a Part B increase. It just caps how much of your raise the premium can eat. For most people, this year it doesn't even come into play, because $56 comfortably covers the $17.90 increase. It only really kicks in if your monthly check is small, roughly $600 or less, where the premium hike could otherwise have eaten the entire raise and then some. And one more thing hold harmless does not protect. If you're new to Medicare this year, or if you pay an income-based surcharge called IRMAA, this rule doesn't apply to you at all. Your premium can go up by the full amount, raise or no raise. Second change, and this one's about the tax return you're filing this year, not your monthly check. Buried in a bill passed last year is something called the Enhanced Senior Deduction, a brand new $6,000 tax deduction for each person 65 or older, $12,000 if you're a married couple and you both qualify. It phases out at higher incomes, starts shrinking above $75,000 for a single filer, $150,000 for a couple. But for most retirees, it's simply available, no strings attached. Here's the problem. This is its very first tax season. It lives on a brand new IRS form called Schedule 1A, and it's a completely separate, additional deduction from the extra standard deduction seniors have always gotten for being 65 plus. Because of that, the new form, the timing, the fact that it stacks on top of something that sounds similar, some tax preparers missed it entirely on early season returns, or assumed it replaced the older senior deduction instead of adding to it. If that happened to you, you're not stuck. You can fix it with an amended return, Form 1040X, and if a paid preparer is the one who missed it, they're generally required to fix it for you at no extra charge. The fastest way to check. Pull out your actual 2025 return, look for Schedule 1A, and see if that $6,000 or $12,000 actually shows up flowing into line 13B of your 1040. If it's not there and you qualify, that's real money sitting unclaimed. Third change, and this one's a deadline hiding as a benefit. Since last year, Medicare Part D has had a hard annual cap on what you pay out of pocket for covered prescription drugs. It started at $2,000 in 2025. In 2026, it's been adjusted up to $2,100. Here's how it actually works. Once your deductible, copays, and coinsurance for covered drugs add up to that $2,100 for the year, your plan pays 100% of the cost of every covered medication for the rest of the calendar year. That's a real, meaningful protection if you take expensive medications. But here's the catch almost nobody points out. This cap resets to zero every January 1st. It does not roll over. If you're close to that $2,100 line in November or December, and you have a procedure, a prescription refill, or a treatment you've been putting off that falls under Part D, finishing it before December 31st means your plan may be covering most or all of it. Wait until January, and the meter starts over from scratch, and you're paying out of pocket again from day one. This isn't about spending money you don't need to spend. It's about not leaving a benefit you already paid for sitting on the table in the last weeks of the year. Let's make this concrete with one composite example. Not a guarantee for you specifically, just a realistic snapshot. Take a retiree getting the average Social Security check, around $2,015 a month. The COLA and Part B combined leave them about $38 a month better off. Call it $457 for the year. Now say a preparer missed their Enhanced Senior Deduction. At a typical tax bracket, that missing $6,000 deduction is worth somewhere around $700 to $900 in actual tax savings they haven't claimed yet. And say they take a maintenance medication that runs $3,000 or more a year before the cap. Hitting that $2,100 ceiling instead of paying the full amount could save several $100s more before the year is out. None of these three arrive automatically or get explained together anywhere. The raise, the deduction, and the drug cap are three completely separate systems: Social Security, the IRS, and Medicare. And none of them are required to tell you about the other two. So here's exactly what to check this week. 1. Look at your actual Social Security deposit and your Medicare Part B premium side by side. Know your real net change, not just the headline 2.8%. 2. Pull your 2025 tax return. Find Schedule 1A and confirm your Enhanced Senior Deduction is actually there. If it's not, ask your preparer about an amended return, Form 1040X. 3. If you're on Medicare Part D and take ongoing medications, ask your pharmacy or plan how close you are to the $2,100 cap right now. Before December, not after. One warning before you go check any of this. Your Social Security check changed, and you're owed a tax refund, are exactly the kind of headlines scammers imitate to get you on the phone. Social Security, Medicare, and the IRS will never call, text, or email you first asking for your bank account, card number, or a payment to release a refund or fix your deduction. Filing an amended return costs nothing but a form. If anyone asks you to pay them to unlock money the government supposedly owes you, hang up and verify directly at ssa.gov, irs.gov, or medicare.gov. Hit subscribe. I break down exactly what changed for your money every single week. Which of these three affected you? The premium, the deduction, or the drug cap? Tell me in the comments. And now, finally, the one I promised you last time. Turning 73 this year, or getting close? There's a hard IRS deadline on your retirement account, and missing it by even one day can trigger a 25% tax penalty on your own money. That's next.